A plastic needle cover for a tranquilizer dart was found in Barry Morphew's dryer. The police also noticed a broken door in the Morphew house. After 2:30 p.m. on May 9, 2020, data from Barry's phone indicated that he had run all over the house for some time. When investigators questioned regarding this from him, he had told that he was chasing a chipmunk at that moment. On Sunday, May 9, 2020, 49-year-old Suzanne Morphew sent a selfie to her boyfriend Jeff. On September 22, 2023, the remains of Suzanne's body were discovered lying in a shallow grave in a desert area near Moffett, Colorado. Who was Suzanne and Barry Morphew? Who killed Suzanne Morphew? Did his beloved husband kill him? This is your partner in crime. Subscribe and let's move along this mysterious journey ahead. This is Barry Lee Morphew, the beloved husband of Suzanne Morphew. He was born on October 17, 1967, and was raised in Alexandria, Indiana, which is in the north of Indianapolis. Suzanne Morphew was born on April 30, 1971. Barry and Suzanne met while they were studying at their high school. Soon after their graduation, they dated each other, and all of a sudden, they also decided to take their wedding, so they married in 1994. After that, they had 2 daughters. In 2018, they decided to change residence from where they were to Maysville, Colorado, which was 11 miles west of Salida. Barry was an owner of a landscape business. Suzanne worked in a non-profit organization. They lived in a house that was worth $500,000. Soon after moving to Colorado, Suzanne started an affair with another married man who resided in Michigan. His name was Jeff Liebler. The surprising thing is that they also had known each other since high school on at least 6 occasions. Suzanne and Jeff traveled to various destinations as a habit. On Sunday, May 9, 2020, 49-year-old Suzanne Morphew sent a selfie to her boyfriend Jeff at around 2:03 p.m. 9 minutes later, she sent a message to Jeff. After 2:30 p.m., her phone was not reachable because it was not active due to no reason. On Sunday, May 10th, at around 5:58 p.m., the police notified her missing. The police immediately went towards Barry Morphew, who was the beloved husband of Suzanne Morphew, asking where she is. After questioning him, the police got to know that Barry, the beloved husband of Suzanne, had also last seen her around 5:00 a.m. early morning before he went to his job in Broomfield, Colorado. According to him, even at the time he was leaving the house, Suzanne was sleeping. They did not talk to even each other at that moment. Also, at that time, anyone wasn't at Morphew's residence. The 2 daughters were also on a road trip at this period. Beginning from Suzanne's undamaged bicycle, the police started an investigation to find the missing Suzanne Morphew. The undamaged bicycle was lying 50 miles, not far from the Morphew's residence. At the same time, the police were able to find her helmet lying just a mile from the place where her undamaged bicycle was discovered. First, the police had started following Barry Morphew, Suzanne Morphew's husband, as their first obvious suspect. During this, his behavior was beyond suspicious. On May 4, 2021, almost a year after his wife disappeared, Barry was arrested and charged with several offenses, including first-degree murder, suspecting that he is the culprit who killed Suzanne on May 9, 2020. But the police could not prove that she was dead around this period. On April 19, 2022, all the charges against Barry Morphew were dismissed because of not enough evidence to prove him as the culprit for Suzanne Morphew's murder. But the courts had the power to refile this case whenever they had found any evidence afterward. On September 22, 2023, the remains of Suzanne Morphew's body were discovered while lying in a shallow grave in an area near Moffett, Colorado, which was 46 miles from her home in Maysville. Later on, the courts proved that Barry was an innocent guy and had not killed his beloved wife Suzanne. Here, the investigation had some reasons to suspect Barry as the culprit for this murder of Suzanne. One reason was that he had enough time to kill his wife inside the house and bring her dead body to the relevant location, bury it in the shallow grave, and return to the house, even though he had enough time to erase any evidence relevant to this murder. Who killed Suzanne? Now, here is the twist. Usually, a serial killer does not kill victims and transport their dead bodies or remains of those bodies from one place to another. Also, some CCTV cameras in Broomfield, where Barry worked, had recorded that Barry was carrying some trash bags and placing them in 4 suspicious locations. It was another reason to suspect Barry as Suzanne's murderer. At the same time, together with Suzanne's bicycle, the police had also discovered her helmet and the hydration backpack. Did the kidnapper or killer attack Suzanne while she was riding her bicycle? Well, we'll find it out. In these suspicious locations, there weren't any signs of a struggle either. Did the stranger directly enter the house and forcibly kidnap her? If you can remember, as we've mentioned before, Suzanne had an affair 2 years before she disappeared. During that, Suzanne had written some suspicious text messages to her friends saying that she doesn't feel any peace when she is with Barry. Now Barry had some different sentences regarding this. According to him, the marriage was perfect, and there had never been a space to have no intention of leaving him. On May 8, 2020, 2 days before Suzanne's disappearance, she had put a note in her phone indicating that on May 6th, Barry had accused her on several occasions of having another affair with some other. Also, some other notes indicated that Barry was harmful, threatening, oppressive, and trustworthy, and had taken her phone several times when they debated some controversial conversations. On May 9th, Suzanne also sent some text messages to her boyfriend, Jeff Lebler. But as we'd mentioned before, after 2 p.m., there was no activity on her phone. On May 9, 2020, data from Barry's phone indicated that he had run all over the house. So when investigators questioned Barry, he said that he was chasing a chipmunk at that moment. A plastic needle cover for a tranquilizer dart was then found in Barry's dryer. The police noticed a broken door in the Morphew house. Also, scratch marks on Barry's arm were visible in a photo that was taken 3 days after his wife went missing. In the summer of 2022, investigators succeeded in finding some DNA from at least one unknown male in several places, including on Suzanne's foot bicycle, on her helmet, on her Range Rover, on the carpet near her bed, and the stairs. These unknown DNA matches with some other unsolved cases involving assaults of a sexual nature in other states. This case ended with some tricky and surprising final results. To whom do investigators find guilty of the murder of Suzanne Morphew? At last, Barry Morphew, Suzanne's husband, was found guilty of killing his wife, Suzanne Morphew. What do you think about this case? Stay tuned, we'll catch you with a new nail-biting crime thriller tomorrow.